everyone, it's Leanne, your nutrition expert here at Nutrisystem. Just wondering if you guys can see and hear me okay. If you can, just leave me a comment to let me know that you can see and hear me okay, because I can't tell if the video is working on my end. All right. How's everybody doing today? Happy June. I'm really excited to be talking to you guys today. June is National Great Outdoors Month. So I'm here to talk to you guys about my favorite outdoor activity, walking. So that's right, in today's Facebook Live, I'm going to be covering 10 science-backed reasons you should go for a walk today. So before I get started, I'd love to hear how many of you are regular walkers. Anybody out there a fan of walking? What do you like to do while walking? Do you listen to a podcast, music, phone calls? Do you like the silence, listening to nature? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. How many of you guys are walkers? I've been walking a lot more lately since I've been staying at home. It's a really nice opportunity to break up my day with some short walks too. And one more thing I need to know from all of you. I'd really like to know, would you be interested in participating in a walking challenge? So we're thinking about making that our next challenge here on Facebook Live. So I'd love to know how much interest there is. If you guys want it, we're happy to do it. So just let us know in the comments. Do you want us to put together a walking challenge for you guys? Okay, so let's get started. So whether you're social distancing, you hate to exercise, or you're looking for a low impact activity to help you de-stress, going for a walk is a really great solution. You don't need any special equipment, you don't need access to a gym, and you'll enjoy some really great health benefits. And not to get too sciencey on you guys, but I like to share a little bit with you all. Studies show that regular exercise can reduce your risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, strengthen your bones, and actually reduce your risk of death. And to get all these benefits, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more commonly known to us as the CDC, recommends 150 minutes per week of aerobic activity like brisk walking. And maybe that sounds like a lot, but that breaks down pretty easily. It's really just 22 minutes of walking per day. So not too bad, right? And if it still sounds like a lot, you don't have to do it all at once. The guidelines tell us that you can break up your exercise into 10-minute chunks, and it's just as effective as doing it all at once. So remember, 10 minutes at a time, every movement counts. And that's really great because walking is a great low impact way to burn calories, help you lose weight. And that's not the only reason why we suggest you get out there and go for a walk. There are lots of other science backed reasons walking is great for health. And as you guys guessed it, I'm going to share a few of them with you now. So if you walk for just 10 minutes a day, there are at least 3 great benefits I can share with you. Number one, you'll undo those hours of sitting. So how many of us sit all day? We have a job that requires us to sit at a desk. And how many people have ever heard sitting is the new smoking? People say it could increase risk of heart disease, diabetes, even death. Well, why is that? It may have a lot to do with circulation because sitting really reduces the blood flow to your legs. But the good news is just 10 minutes on your feet can fix it. Scientists found that even after 6 hours of sitting, a 10-minute walk got our blood flowing correctly in our legs again. If you walk for just 10 minutes, number two, you'll get a boost of creativity. So I do this often. If I'm feeling stuck at work, I get up for a short stroll, and I find myself kind of becoming unblocked and becoming having more creative solutions. So the science really shows that studies have found people who walked either on a treadmill or outside on a path gave more creative responses on tests designed to measure creative thinking. And if you walk for 10 minutes, number three, you'll help strengthen your bones. So office workers have a higher risk of vitamin D deficiency, which can affect the strength and health of our bones. And that's because vitamin D gives our body the ability to use calcium when we eat it. So consume calcium in milk, the vitamin D helps us absorb it. Vitamin D deficiency has also been associated with higher risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, and it's simple to get more just by stepping outside during the day because the best way to get vitamin D really is from the sun. When you're in the sun, your body produces vitamin D, so a 10-minute walk at lunch could help you prevent osteoporosis. you walk for 20 minutes, we have at least two great benefits for you. So first, you'll improve your mood. How many people find going for a walk really helps improve their mood? I know it helps me. In a study, 135 volunteers, those who did a combination of low intensity walking with an easy meditation showed decreases in anxiety while also decreasing negative feelings about themselves. So yes, I said easy meditation while walking. It was simple in the study. While walking, the group was asked to count their foot strikes, 1, 2, 1, 2, while they're walking, right? So think about it. While you're walking, you just simply just in your mind say 1, 2, 1, 2, and you visualize those numbers in your brain, and when your mind begins to drift, which is very common and part of meditation, you calmly come back to the counting. So using this meditation while walking had better anxiety reducing results than walking without the counting. So what do you guys think? Do you think next time you go for a walk you will be able to do some 1, 2, 1, 2 counting? I mean, I think it's really worth giving it a try. Second benefit, if you walk for 20 minutes, you'll protect your brain from memory loss. In a 9-year study, those who walk 6 to 9 miles per week, so that's about 60 and 90 minutes, cut their risk of development memory loss in half compared to those who walk less. And now if you walk for 30 minutes, you'll sleep better. Who doesn't want to sleep better? In one study, people who had insomnia that exercised for 30 to 4 minutes, 4 times per week, and this included walking and treadmill workouts, increased the duration and quality of their sleep. And if you walk for 30 minutes, you could help your heart. In a 2002 study, found that people who walk for 30 minutes, 5 or more times per week, had a 30% lower risk of cardiovascular disease compared to people who didn't walk. And another study showed that walking regularly lowered stroke risk by 20 to 40% and could lower your blood pressure by as much as 11 points. And again, if you walk for 30 minutes, you could have less fat. So you may think that a fat burning workout has to involve weights and grunting and high intensity, but actually low intensity steady state workout can make changes to your body composition. In a recent study, researchers found that people who are moderately active reduced their levels of visceral fat by 7% compared to inactive participants. And that's really good because visceral fat is that hard fat usually found in the midsection that has been associated with those higher risks of diabetes and cardiovascular disease, and being moderately active, which is as simple as doing 30 minutes, 5 days per week of walking, helped reduce it. So it's great news. And in those 30 minutes, if you vary your pace, you could burn even more. So walking burns fat because of the muscle it uses. Strolling at a steady state recruits something called slow twitch muscle fibers. And these muscle fibers actually use fat as fuel. So varying your pace even just a little bit, the way you would if you're walking outside to and from locations, can really increase your overall calorie burn significantly. And scientists have found that doing faster bursts of walking help participants burn up to 20%. So I always liken it to once in a while, pretend like you're walking really fast to catch the bus, right? Maybe you're running a little bit late for a meeting, pick up the pace. And now, if you have time and you can fit it in, walking for 60 minutes could reduce pain in your joints. So that's pretty good news. Researchers have found that arthritis sufferers who walk 6,000 steps per day had found it easier to get out of a chair, take the stairs, and other daily tasks. So 6,000 steps, you might be wondering what that is. That equates about 60 minutes of walking. But again, it doesn't have to be all at once. So in the results of this study, walkers who did 6,000 total steps throughout the day. So get out your Fitbit or your tracker. 5 minutes here, 3 minutes there really could be enough to help your joints feel less achy. So that's all pretty interesting, but I'd love to know, are you guys convinced that you should be walking more often? Do any of these statistics and research help you feel more motivated to get out there and take a 5-minute stroll? I'd really love to hear from you if you already do regular walks and how far you like to go. And for those of you who don't walk often, have I helped convince you? Maybe you'll get on the bandwagon now. One thing I always like to recommend, if you want to start walking but are finding it difficult, start really small, and I mean small. So it's as simple as putting on your walking shoes right after dinner. You don't have to commit to the walk yet, but just put on those walking shoes, and you might be surprised that that's the motivation you need to get out the door. So really simple, easy trick to get motivated. And please let me know in the comment section if any of you would be up for participating in a walking challenge. I'd love to know if that's something you guys would like us to kick off. And if it is, let us know and we'll start working on it right away. So That's all from me. I really appreciate everyone joining me today. I hope everyone is having a good Monday and you're able to get outside for a nice long or short stroll. Um, and I'm off to do my own. I will see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.